That's why real karate does not work. And what do I mean by that? As you can see, what did I do for me to get beat up? In class, you learn to block this way. But in the street, blocking this way doesn't allow you to have a fully engaged fighting format. So true application can only apply in the street if you do the right way, if you use your body using the compression that we were talking about. Now, some of you ask me, how is it that you're going to utilize one part of your body and have that power without using the torque? Well, this is where I'm going to show you. All right, keep watching, because at the end of this video, I'm going to show you at least 5 moves in each one of these katas, Fukyugata ichi and Fukyugata ni, in order for you to get at least a different perspective on how we train and how it can be used in a real fighting combat, okay? Because like I said, at the end of the day, it's all about how many moves you can do in order to take your opponent down. It's all about continuous fist. Karate is all about the hands and the fist. All right, this is how an attacker is going to attack you in real life. In the street format, the real way, if he wants to take your head off or even steal your purse. He's not gonna do what we do normally in karate like that. So Rob, show him how you're gonna punch him for real. That's it. Hook it, give it up. Exactly, double hook. Good. So now, how are you gonna block like that? How are you gonna block someone's punch with that much force and thinking that he's not gonna hit you back? Okay, so in Fukyugata ichi, the first move is from yoi, low block, isn't it? Low block, followed by a punch. If you're gonna block this way, even if you do the traditional way, fingertips, pinky to the shoulder, brush down, then you're essentially using your hand. Now, if you're gonna throw this way here, using the torque motion, I'm gonna show, your body is stuck, right? We call this static kata. In an application fighting way, you have to do a dynamic kata. And what do I mean by dynamic kata? Dynamic kata is you using the ground to apply power. So I'm gonna get Rob back here, my attacker back. So in the beginning, when he gives me a hook, also another thing, when a thief would never punch you this way. Only in karate class, he would punch you this way. A thief will punch you the hook this way, right? If you can show me any thief who punches the karate way, I would like to see that video, but most likely he's gonna come up to you with an uppercut. So you cannot block an uppercut using a karate way, because once you do like this, your body is stuck and asking him to follow up with that punch. And that's what happened to me in the beginning. So therefore, you need to learn, when a hook comes to you, slowly, you need to apply the power using this compression. Therefore, your body should never be straight, but your body needs to be compressed. When you compress, then your lat is open. Your stance is grounded. Not the Zenkutsudachi stance, the bow and arrow stance, but more of a Naihanchi stance. Then when I block him, power comes from the ground and the compression, so it goes down like this. So if I go down, he's gonna feel the pain. So it doesn't matter how hard he hooked me, if I go down, zoom in a little bit. So he hooked, I go down without even tensing my finger, and you can hear the pop. Hook, down. My fingers were never tensed because I don't need to tense the finger. The power comes from the compression and also the downward motion, using your legs to sink. And once I do this here, because I'm in this compression mode, it allows me to do this punch. So if I get into a fighting position with him, I'm more relaxed. If he hook, I'll just block. I'll block and block. See? As I block this way here, I'm not forcing myself to be in a compressed position. When you do like this, you're compressing your muscles, your joint, and everything. When you do this way here, you're not compressing. You lock in this part here, but yet this is loose enough for you to do the attack. Because in order for you to win fights, the truth is you have to attack faster than him hitting you. Okay, so with that being said, now when should you do kata in the dojo and kata in the street. That's why I said there's two ways to do kata, right? The first way is we call it the static way. So you do whatever your teacher teaches you, or you do whatever the organization allows you to do the kata, right? So you do in order for you to be in unison with everyone in the class. But the other type is dynamic kata. What I'm talking about is you do kata so that you can understand your body in order for you to apply in a real fight situation, okay? Here goes another thing. Just so you know, students and even teachers alike, there is no such thing as called a secret move in any of these katas, okay? Kata is designed for you to practice in order for you to train your body, to train how to move in certain directions and to understand body compressions, right? Anytime when you hear someone tells you that, you know, if you do a block this way here, it's a secret move in order for you to transition to the next move, it's time to stop all that stuff. We cannot start preaching things that are not true. And why do I say that's not true? Because as long as you are creative, you can make anything and everything becomes a secret, and then you become the master. Okay, so let's stop all that stuff. Do what you think it's right for the kata, because there's no such thing as a secret move. And I'm gonna show you right now. All right, so in Fukyugata ichi, it's very simple, isn't it? All it is the entire kata is low block, right? And a reverse punch, low block, followed by reverse punch, low block, reverse punch, and then you got two high block and reverse punch. I'm not gonna do all that katas right now. Check my other videos where you see the entire Fukyugata ichi, okay? Right now I'm gonna emphasize on the application aspect of the kata. All right, here we go. So the first move, if someone's gonna attack you, and again, he's not gonna attack you with this punch. Suki, he's not gonna attack you with that, right? Let's make it a street, let's make it real. So he's gonna attack with an uppercut, and I'm gonna low block. Don't low block this way. Like I mentioned earlier, low block this way. Once you low block this way here, the kata says step up and punch. Now, if you're gonna step up and punch, most likely by the time you step up and punch, he's gonna punch you before you punch him, right? So the kata tells you step up and punch, don't step up and punch. In karate, you got, like I said, you have to attack him before he attacks you. So if he's gonna give you an uppercut, block, and then you gotta punch right away, all right? And the only way that you can punch him right away is your body needs to be compressed, okay? So that's the entire move is he's coming, I block punch, okay? Now, here goes the secret sauce where people say, all right, but the secret in the move is understanding, once you go in here, you can grab his arm, break his arm, turn over, lock his leg, and then throw him down. Look, in real life situation, he's not gonna stand there for you to do 3 moves like that. By the time you get to the second move with this punch here, he's gonna be pissed off enough that he's gonna throw this knee up to your groin, your stomach, or whatever, okay? So as much as we teach these moves, it has to be realistic. If it's not realistic, karate is gonna fall apart, okay? If we're gonna talk about how to learn karate for street defense, we gotta make it for street defense, right? At the end of the day, either I wanna take him down, or I want to neutralize him somehow, or hurt him somehow, so that I can run away, okay? So now, being creative, this is what you can do to further take him down, okay? These are not secret moves, these are just additional moves. Varieties, right? So if he's gonna give you a hook, low block, punch. Once you punch him here, this is why our channel is called Continuous Fist, because once you attack, you don't stop. Because if you stop, he'll attack you, right? So here, and notice his hands here. Once you block him, his hand's gonna go down, right? Nobody's gonna block it and his hands stay. Most likely, if you block, his hand's gonna go down. And if his hand goes down, for what? So he's gonna get ready to punch you back. He's gonna hit, see his hands go down, punch you. You punch him before he punch you, and then you keep on going it, right? So these moves here, one, right? As he punch you, whatever there, you just go continue. 1, 2, 3, right? Keep moving forward. Those are not secret moves. Those are just additional moves with the same kata format, moving forward as attacking. But every time when I'm attacking him here, I don't straighten my body. You notice like in karate, I don't straighten my body. Once I attack him here ready, see my blocking hands here, once I attack him here, from this position, I bend in so I can go uppercut. I hit down here, but my body's still compressed. I follow by the elbow, compress. If your body's not compressed in a relaxed stance, like that, in a kata, you're not gonna exert as much force, okay? So here goes how we practice our low block, right? Our low block is not like that. In kata is like that, but for us to train the application kata, the dynamic kata, our low block is just like this. It's like this, body sink down while it's compressed right here. So you might not be able to see it or feel it in the camera, but follow up, we're going to have a private channel where I can show you, elaborate more on how we use the body compression, okay? So it's basically the lats is open, and then the quads and the hamstring is tight while his knee is bent in order for him to compress down, okay? So here, this is how we practice low block, and the person attack is just uppercut, hook to the body, and the other person defending by blocking down. Go ahead. Yep. And notice his fingers does not need to be in clinch. There's no point to clinch. And opposite, switch. Oh. And rest. Try that and let me know what you think, because it hurts. It hurts, and if you ever explore about the joints, the shorter the joints, the harder to dismantle. Okay, now it's Fukyugata knee, okay? Fukyugata knee, the second kata in Shorin Ryu. So it starts with yoi, high block, reverse punch, low block, okay? High block, reverse punch, and low block, okay? Simple as that. Let's focus on just that alone. Very simple. Just high block, reverse punch, low block. Remember what I just said. High block, reverse punch, low block. In a dynamic way, I call it the 3 techniques. It can be anything. It can be an attack, or it can be 3 defensive moves. It all depends on how you want to interpret these moves, okay? So therefore, when someone tells you that, look, this is secret in these things, like I said, if you are a creative person, you can call anything that you discover becomes a secret. There's no secret to these things. It's just all 3 moves that says high block, reverse punch, low block. So the way we practice is we, again, use our body compression in order to make it work, and this is how it's gonna happen. Again, nobody in the street is gonna punch you like this to the face. Nobody's gonna punch you that in the face. Let's face it, if I'm gonna knock him, I'm gonna knock him like that. If you watch enough UFC, it's gonna go like that. So he's gonna go hook like that right there, right? He's gonna hook like this. Look, also, nobody that I've known of for the last 40 years practicing martial art that blocks like that. High block is not meant to be blocked like that. High block is meant to be blocked like this. Your body needs to be compressed, right? So if you hook, right, just like that. It's the same thing as in boxers blocking like this, right? And this block here is crucial, and I would say more than 95% of the time that you will use in a true, real fighting way, okay? Because if he hooked my face, I block like that. Notice again, my fingers are not tight. I know a lot of teachers will tell you that you gotta tighten your fingers before he's gonna get broken. Look, if you watch a lot of these real fightings, including UFC and stuff like that, you don't have to tighten your fingers, all right? Because if you tighten your fingers, you're gonna focus on so much here that you cannot utilize the power coming from the forearm and the triceps, okay? So again, he's hooked. See, I sink, right? Once I sink, the kata says punch that way, isn't it? So I sink, punch. I wanna block and punch him before he even execute his other arm. So he hook, I go right there right away. So once I knock him like this here, now you may say, yeah, well, after you hit him, he has time to hit you. Come on, if I'm gonna hit him hard enough, he's gonna fall back before he even be able to execute his other hand, Okay, so let's make it more realistic. So if he's gonna go, boom, I get right to his face, right? So he bounced back a little bit. He has to. If you hit his face, right, he's gonna, you know, reflect a little bit, and then now you go forward and you go this move, this move. So this move here, it can be anything. So this angle, this move here, you can go right to the groin, right to the inside of the knee, right to the tummy, wherever you want to hit him. Okay? Because if you hit him strong enough, it will hurt. Yes, there are pressure points. In a real fight, you don't have time to find where his pressure points are. In a real fight, you just hit him wherever you feel convenient to hit him. That's key. If I put everything in sequence, so when we call it continuous fist, what we do in our school is we put 2 or 3 moves in combination. Again, in a real fight, you have to put 2 or 3 moves in order to take your opponent down. If you can take someone down with just only 1 move, good for you. We're not that good. We have to take at least 2 or 3 moves. I haven't seen anyone who can get someone down in just 1 move, right? I mean, yes, in UFC, when you're lucky enough and you throw, and then boom, lucky hit. I don't fight based on luck. You don't train so long so that you can fight based on luck. You train based on your skill level, those days that you put your time in the dojo, okay? So once again, take a look at the katas that you practice and put into combination moves. So for our combination Fukyugata knee, for simple, go pum, 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 down right here. Let's go this angle. I'll do it slow. 1 hook, 2, and here, down. See, right to the groin, where my knee is, right back at his knee. So I move forward, 1, 2, boom, down, right? Again, notice my body's always tucked, right? You never see Mike Tyson fight like this in boxing, right? He fight with his body tucked. Why? Because when he fights, his body's always, while at rest, inside is still moving. That's what you want to think about. While your body looks like it's at rest, inside your system is moving so that you can be prepared for the next move.